Hello guys, I'm Fizzy and welcome back to another F1 2016 video. Sorry it's been a while since the last one. It's been super busy times with helping to administrate and set up the new season of AOR F1 on this new game for season 12 of AOR. A lot of time and effort has gone into that from both myself and of course all the other AOR coordinators that's been helping as well. But of course I'm not only in AOR as an admin, I am also there as a driver, because otherwise where would the fun be? So as I mentioned briefly before, I will for this new season be racing on the PC side of AOR, and this evaluation race, as it's called, that I'm about to show you is a pre-season race basically that took part before all the leagues were decided, as a means to help to see how fast all the drivers are and kind of where they should be placed in terms of which league tier. The other part of that process of course being the time trial times, which I've already uploaded on my channel before. There was a series of these evaluation races being hosted, and this is the final one on which was hosted on a Sunday, 25th of October, which I took part in. And as you can see, we're now storming down into turn 1 along with 19 other drivers and trying to keep it nice and clean on the inside of the corner. We're starting from 11th place, which is interesting because of course that means we're the first person on the grid who has a free tyre choice. So as you can see, I've decided to start the race on the soft tyre compound, the slower, well, the kind of the medium speed compound, with most, if not all, of the guys ahead of me being on the super softs at the start of the race, as we have a few too wides going down into Le Compere on the first lap, and I'm going on the outside of the Sauber there and actually passing him through that corner, which was a pretty good move. And then Chicane going a little bit slowly, trying to attack Nick B. Just up ahead we got Cal HD, another F1 YouTuber, coming up there inside, going into here. There was a car spun off there as well, maybe even two cars spun off there. I think it was definitely Raven, the American, off the track, as Cal has gone around the outside of us through the corner with a no name. Okay, I did not see that coming, to be perfectly honest with you. I was kind of trying to read how Chicane and Nick B were approaching that corner, and suddenly Cal just decided to go around the outside. I had to leave him room then on the exit. So that was it. So gained a couple of positions first of all, and then we dropped it back down to 10th again. Still though, it's been a solid first half of the lap even, when I'm starting on this strategy, aiming for a one-stop, whereas I know many of the other drivers who started on the super softs will have to do two-stopper. The main aim for the start isn't really to go as fast as possible, it's to stay out of trouble, be clean, be consistent, and then we should get some clear air once the guys ahead pit for fresh tyres sooner than we will have to. Now that we're into the bus stop, Cal has decided, well, probably not decided, but he has gone wide of the corner, and that has given me a much better exit out of that. As we start the second lap of the race, I pulled my car ahead into turn 1. Cal has slotted in behind, so we have a repass him, and then there's Adrenaline and the Mercedes there stuck on the inside of the corner. There was a lapped car there, I don't know, that car on the outside sitting off the track isn't actually in the lobby for some reason. His car just decided to appear even though it disconnected in qualifying. But now what we have to think about is the slipstream, which Cal is absolutely having, and has allowed him to pull alongside. We're going to try to defend the inside line into Le Compere to hopefully keep hold of that position. We're braking a little bit later, but Cal has done well there, hanging around the outside. I got a little bit loose there on the curb as well, so we haven't been able to hold on for now. And Cal with another good move. The second time he's passed me around the outside in under a lap and a half. That's, yeah, fair play to him. I mean, not the best for me, but, you know, what can you do? Sometimes you have to give credit where it's due. And of course, nice to see Cal back in AOR as well for the first time since he was, I think it was in the PS3 leagues back on F1 2013 or something, like 2.5 years ago. And quite a few other familiar names also jumping into the PC leagues for this season. I mentioned Raven already when he was off the track. He was of course racing with me all the way back in season 1 of AOR on F1 2010, so long ago. And if you look very far back in my YouTube channel history, you can probably find some races where we are together. Now though, on this particular race, I am getting an almighty slipstream on the back straight of Cal, and no trouble at all. Passing before we even reached Blanchimont there, which is good, because that's not somewhere you want to be side by side. And now defending into the bus stop. And oh dear, Cal's going to try to go around the outside of me again. Has the inside then for the second part. I've gone very loose there, and there's another incident that's happened. Chicane and someone else didn't quite see who that was. There's a car in the pit lane as well. So some great battling with Cal, and a third time he's passed me around the outside. God, I need to start stopping this from happening. But at least every time we've been passed around the outside, I managed to keep close to him and gotten a good slipstream run on the next straight, which is what we were about to do again, up very close up through Eau Rouge, and then side by side to Le Combe once again. This time it's me on the outside, which is interesting, and though Cal just doesn't have the best straight line speed, it seems, and I managed to pull ahead before we even get to the corner. So unfortunately I'm not being allowed to do an outside move back on him, but oh well, at least I'll pass him back, and that is what matters the most. And all of a sudden we are in P4 because of the incidents and the guy in the pits that we saw. So it's been a very, very hectic first lap, 2.5 laps, but a very, very good one for us as well. We've managed to have a good battle with Cal and keep it nice and clean. Now got some clean air as well, as 2 other cars are in the pits. Non-Runner and Race Fanatic in their Tirana Tigger has stayed out in the lead though for another lap, despite him also being on the super soft tyres, but we are now the lead car on the soft tyres. The same compound as Cal behind is using as well. So, as Tigger pitted on that next lap, I was allowed to take the lead of the race for quite a while actually, but now you can see Tigger's retaken that as I have pitted finally for the first time on lap 10, starting lap 11, and on with an even slower medium compound tyre, which means I will not have to stop again. And what surprised me very much when I came out of the pits there is the fact that I'm still in P2, which once again turned into P1 when Tigger soon after that pitted for his second time. And even though I was running very consistent lap times, Tigger is just way too fast, and as you can see on lap 17 he's flown past us on the straight with DRS. Nothing we could really do there. He's on the better tyres of course, same compound but fresher, slightly anyway, tyres there. And to be fair, Tigger is possibly the fastest guy in all of AOR PC. Certainly, based on the time trial times that were submitted for the league placement, he had the very fastest overall times. Whereas mine ended up in the 7th fastest overall, something like that. And that is what happened in the race. Believe it or not, all of my battling in the race basically was in the first 3 laps when I was battling with Cal. Apart from that, my strategy was as such that I just was in clean air for the whole race basically. I was very surprised that no one caught me up, because there was a lot of fast drivers that started ahead of me on the grid. But I think various incidents and obviously those guys getting held up by battling other cars as well throughout the race is what really kept them away from me. And yeah, 2nd place after starting P11. I'll take that, to be honest. I didn't expect that at the start of the race. And with all that in mind, I can confirm that based on the time trials and this evaluation race, I was placed in the top division, or the top split on the PC side, so I will be racing in the top PC League on AOR for this season 12. And I can also confirm that there will be a lot more AOR League related videos on my channel going forward. I will of course be uploading my own league races from the PC League, might upload highlights from the live broadcast that is being conducted as well, if all things goes to plan with that. And then finally there will be a grand return of a certain series for the Xbox One League, and those of you who were around on my channel when AOR was in season 6, 7 and 8 will probably have an idea what I'm talking about. If not, then you'll just have to wait and see. It'll be very, very exciting indeed, with a certain amazing commentator also being involved in that. But more of that to come. Just stick around the channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and enjoy the league race season that is starting now. See you next time, and goodbye.